What if the father who held your hand through every storm, who whispered, "I'm proud of you" after every fall, was hiding a truth that could erase everything you thought was real? His name was Ethan Hayes, 32 years old, a quiet architect who designed homes for families, always believing his own was unbreakable. Ethan grew up in a small coastal town. His father, Robert Hayes, ran the local hardware store. Tall, steady hands, voice like gravel from years of early mornings. He taught Ethan how to hammer nails straight, how to fix what was broken, how to stand tall when life tried to knock you down. Mom, Clara, filled the house with laughter and the smell of fresh pie. They were the couple everyone pointed to and said, "That's what love looks like." Ethan never doubted it. He looked like Dad. Same broad shoulders, same quiet eyes. People said it all the time, "You're Robert's spitting image." He built his life around that certainty. Married his high school sweetheart, Elena. They had a daughter, Lily, now 5. Every Sunday, the 4 generations gathered at the old house by the sea. Robert would scoop Lily up, call her princess, and Ethan would watch, heart full, thinking, "This is legacy. This is forever." Then the letter arrived. A plain white envelope, no return address. Inside, a single photograph, faded from the 90s. A young Clara, radiant, laughing in the arms of a man Ethan didn't recognize. On the back, in Mom's handwriting, "To my love, forever, 1992. Ethan's birth year, 1993. His stomach twisted. He stared at the photo for hours. The man's face, familiar in a way that made his skin crawl. Same jawline, same eyes staring back from the mirror every morning. He couldn't ask Mom, not yet. She was fragile after Dad's recent heart attack, a mild heart attack that had everyone on edge. Instead, Ethan did what he always did when things felt unsteady. He turned to facts. He ordered a DNA test, swabbed his cheek in secret, mailed it away like it was nothing. The results came on a rainy Tuesday. He opened the email alone in his home office, rain tapping the window like impatient fingers. Paternity probability, 0%. No match to Robert Hayes. The room spun. He read it again and again. The words didn't change. He wasn't Robert's son. The man who raised him, who loved him fiercely, who never once let him feel less than everything, shared no blood with him. Ethan drove to the hardware store that evening. Dad was closing up, same routine as always, locking drawers, turning off lights. "Dad, we need to talk." Dad looked up, saw the envelope in Ethan's hand. His face changed, not surprise, recognition. They sat in the back room among boxes of nails and paint cans. Robert spoke first, voice low, steady. "I knew. Before you were born. Your mom, she was with someone else. Briefly. He left town when she told him. I was already in love with her, had been for years. When she came to me crying, scared, I asked her to marry me. Told her the baby was ours. No questions, no regrets." Ethan's voice cracked. "Why never tell me?" "Because you were mine the second I held you. Blood doesn't make a father. Showing up does. Every day, every night you cried, every scraped knee, every dream you chased. I chose that. I chose you." Tears burned Ethan's eyes. Anger mixed with something deeper. Gratitude, confusion, betrayal. "But I lived a lie." Robert reached across the table, placed his rough hand over Ethan's. "You lived a love, the best kind, the kind that stays." Ethan pulled away, walked into the rain, drove home numb. Elena found him in the garage later, staring at nothing. He told her everything. She held him while he broke. No words, just presence. The next days blurred. Ethan avoided the old house, avoided calls from Mom, avoided looking at Lily, terrified the ground beneath their family would crack too. Then the second twist came. Mom called, voice trembling. "Ethan, there's more. The man in the photo, he's back. He found out about the test somehow, through a cousin. He wants to meet you." Ethan's world tilted again. The biological father, named Daniel, lived 3 hours away, a successful lawyer now, married, kids, a whole life without Ethan in it. They met at a quiet park bench. Daniel looked like an older mirror, same eyes, same hesitant smile. "I didn't know," Daniel said. "Your mom never told me she was pregnant. I thought she moved on." Ethan stared at the stranger, felt nothing but emptiness. "You left her. She was alone, terrified." Daniel looks down. "I was young, stupid, scared." He offered contact, support. "We can start now if you want." Ethan stood. "I already have a father, the one who didn't run." He walked away, didn't look back. That night, Ethan went home to the old house. Robert was on the porch, same swing from Ethan's childhood. No words at first, just sat together, waves crashing in the distance. Finally, Ethan spoke. "I met him." Robert nodded. "Figured you might." He wants in. Robert's voice stayed calm. And you? Ethan looked at the man who bandaged every wound, cheered every win, held every fear. I told him no. Robert's eyes glistened. Why? Because you didn't just give me a name. You gave me a life. You stayed through everything. That's what matters. They hugged then, long, tight, like the first time Robert held newborn Ethan. Mom joined them. Tears, apologies, forgiveness flowed slow but sure. Weeks later, Ethan brought Lily to the hardware store. Robert lifted her onto the counter. She giggled. Ethan watched, heart mending. The secrets had upended 30 years, shaken foundations, but they hadn't destroyed what was real. Because family isn't written in DNA. It's carved in time, in choices, in the quiet promise to never leave. So when the truth arrives like a storm, ask yourself this: will you cling to the blood that abandoned you, or hold tighter to the love that never did? The answer isn't always easy, but it's always clear. In the end, the father who stays is the only one who truly matters.